Everybody is guaranteed a top 3 placement, but the winner of this will be going back up into the winner's bracket to fight Cake and Addy. But this is going to be VipR3 and Goosey's hardest match today, except for Cake
the
and Addy.
previous match.
But still a very, very
it's definitely
difficult
a
match.
very tough match. It is worth noting that VipR and Aggz0 are on some odd picks, not for today, but in general. Generally, we see Aggz0 going in with the Brawlhalla. We see VipR, who usually plays like a Lucian, in twos. He's been playing this Ragnar, and it's been working incredibly well. He still has the Katars from his Lucian, but his Axe has been working so well. We just see Axe it's just doing so well in twos. Axe is a very favorite weapon in twos.
And both of these teams have been sent to the loser's bracket by Cake and Addy Mestic. Both sets were without wins on their team. It was a 2-0 and a 3-0. So this is, are they fighting for, they're basically, based on history, fighting for second place here. Goosey's going to start it off with a neutral signature, saying he wants that second place or that chance at first more with that big neutral signature to start this off.
Took down VipR. They were looking for the kill onto Aggz0. Surprised Aggz0 was still trying to contest, really wanting that kill in response. But you'll generally see what I was watching earlier, VipR and Aggz0. Aggz0 kind of made a little bit riskier plays, but VipR was always there to make the rotation and make sure that he got it. But Aggz0 not able to pick up the hit. VipR's going to get the hit with that side sig. I love the movement on that. Dashes past Aggz0 and hits that side sig onto just the opponent. That's going to give them the slight stock advantage, but Aggz0's deep in the red on the right side, and Goosey's looking for it. He's going to get the hit.
That's the thing when there's so many axes in this game. Like, that is so scary in twos because you get in red and so many options will kill you, and yet we still see people surviving the zaniest thing.
Addy living with that Brawlhalla for an incredibly long amount of time. Nice follow-up from Aggz0 there. Able to pick up that Sair off the Nair from VipR, and he picks up the Nair underneath onto VipR3. That's going to be damage, not enough to kill. Recovery with a little bit more force on it, but he still is building so much damage.
Beautiful.
Gravity cancel, using that soft platforms for some coverage, kind of like an umbrella just in between the two main stage platforms.
You see VipR down below again. Coming in with a nice little Katar string. He did put a little bit of damage out onto Aggz0, but they are ahead right now. You can afford that. It's not a lot of damage per hit, so like 3 hits is like maybe 25, 30 damage. So that's not the worst thing in the world whatsoever, especially when you're in the lead. VipR3 is about midway through his final stock. Ooh, just that big hit right there procced him just about into kill percent at this point. He's going to have to be careful. That team damage from Goosey again with the D-Light. You cannot afford that. And the side signature from Aggz0. Did you see how far that neutral light saved Goosey? Oh my gosh!
The weapon toss from VipR is enough to finish it off, and Goosey is in a 1v2 against the 4 collective stocks of the blue team. Sure, VipR is in the red. Sure, he's 1 hit from death, but Goosey has 1 stock to work with.
Aggz0 and VipR are just kind of looking like they're in a different tier compared to Goosey and Mini so far.
This is what happens when VipR and Aggz0 get sent to the lower bracket. They wake up, they refresh, and they just go in harder onto their opponents. This happens every single time. It's kind of like how I used to talk about Starlight in NA back in 1v1s, back when he was like kind of in his prime, so to speak. Is like you knock him into the lower bracket and he just gets fired up.
Goosey doing his best to fight back on stage so he's not stuck, relegated onto the wall. See him jumping quite a bit. He has to choose his hits very carefully because anytime he throws out a hitbox, yeah, it might be damage, yeah, it might lead to that kill, but that puts him into valuable punish territory for the blue team. He's about midway through this final stock. Every single hit he takes is like worth double or triple for the blue team. He has to return 2, 3, maybe even as many as 4 hits for every single hit that he takes.
He's doing a fairly good job of moving around the blue team as he eats that side air. He should be able to make it back. Avoids the downlight. Ends up having Aggz0 side signature VipR, but VipR very undamaged, so he's able to survive. Goosey, he's doing a really good job of moving away and using these down airs. That's kind of been the big, not as huge of a committal move, but the follow-up from VipR, the Sair off the downlight, and Goosey can't touch! He was so close to the wall. He could have smelled it, but he couldn't get the touch. That's going to be game 1 going the way of Aggz0 and VipR.
And I think on the red team, Mini just kind of fell short that game. Not only did he put Goosey into the 1v2 situation in the end, he only put out 347 damage, and he picked up 0 kills that game. The kills were all spread on the Goosey.
Because sometimes people will put out a lot of damage, and the other person's the one who finishes
Absolutely,
the stocks.
but it's the fact that he only put out 347 and wasn't able to secure kills either. All 4 were done by Goosey.
He wasn't stock tanking as well.
He wasn't surviving either.
It was just kind of a rough spot for M4Mini, but I mean, VipR and Aggz0, testament to them. They focused down M4Mini, made sure that they went into that 1v2 against Goosey. So they did a really good job of just keeping that pressure going on to M4Mini. We'll see if they can do that again, or maybe M4Mini and Goosey are going to change up their strategy. I'd like them to, leave Blackguard Keep on the board. I think that's a good option for them, but it is going to be Twilight Grove as the map for Game 2. Again, these are the best of 5s, as this is the lower finals, and winner of this will go back to fight Addy and Cake.
Now, you mentioned the Bodvar pick for Aggz0 earlier, and I did want to point out he is a level 86 Bodvar.
Yeah, this isn't a, so, I woke up and felt like playing
that's
Bodvar
what my
today.
Brax, who the only character I play is. So, respect to Aggz0's Bodvar, 100%.
And that is the Collector's Edition skin, so dedication to the game and the character. But he is going to be picking up his weapon, finally picks up that sword. Meanwhile, VipR, top of the map, he's been going for that side light into the neutral air, into that gravity cancel neutral sig, that hot breath, putting the fire above himself. He goes for that a lot with the axe. Tries to interrupt, but he gets caught.
Sidelight, downlight, nair. The nair didn't end up hitting Aggz0, but it did hit VipR. So he continued that string, a nice 3-hit string for Goosey over here. And M4Mini, we talked about his survivability and lack of damage output and lack of kills, and that might be the same story here as he is getting pinballed around by the blue team.
Yeah, he's at that spot where he just gets sent flying off of any errant hits, but Goosey doing a really good job of punishing the blue team for trying to hit M4Mini. You cannot hit my friend, but VipR chases him down, hits the side signature in the back of M4Mini, and that's going to be the first stock taken by the blue team.
In the meantime, they put out some serious damage onto Aggz0, and VipR at this moment is tied in damage with Goosey. So we could see this tied up very quickly. The down signature is not going to help Goosey out, but that one will. It's going to send over the island, Aggz0 up into that top right corner, and we have basically an even game.
Goosey, though, throwing out all of these signatures. He's looking for the kill option onto VipR.
No,
but the black hole comes out.
Okay.
Mini, he does hit his teammate. He had the chase dodge opportunity. Both of them get sent flying off the nair from VipR, and VipR gets the double side air on the right side, and the opponent, the red team member, was not able to get that wall touch. VipR looking so incredibly strong. He's still sitting on that first stock as the red team stacks on the island.
I don't think I've ever seen a nair be that damaging to a single team. One single nair picked up the double kill there. That was huge.
Such a well-placed nair. A little bit too early, would have only hit one or the other, but he times it right, gets both of them, and he gets the kills as well.
So Aggz0 trying to follow up. His nair didn't pick up both. He hit one with a nair, and then he picked up another nair on the other red team member. And Mini, again, is just taking so much damage. He's about in kill percent on his final stock. Goosey trying to come in, fend off as many blue team members as he can with the neutral light. He's trying to chase after VipR here. And Mini is trying to find something with this spear. He needs to find that damage. A big side air coming out from VipR. Goosey comes in with the neutral light, tries to find the side air. A side air from VipR is actually going to hit Goosey. Far off the edge. VipR coming in with the neutral signature. The fire breath is too hot. He is not a Targaryen. M4Mini is dead.
That's heartbreaking. M4Mini tried to read VipR jumping. He went in there, dashed in, downlighted, and VipR stood on the ground, called his bluff, and threw out the hot breath. The fire above him, that neutral signature to lead to the kill, and now it's a 2v1, and Goosey's going to be playing this island like it is any instrument that you can name in a middle school band class.
That's like basically recorders and trumpets. Actually, that's not true. My junior high had a full band.
But Goosey, he's going to be sitting on this right side. It is a dangerous spot. I do not blame him for this, because if he makes one mistake, he's going to eat so much damage. Every single time he tries to get close, you see he comes up, tries to hit the downline onto Aggz0, but he eats so much damage for trying to get up. It is impossible for Goosey to get anything here. Aggz0 and VipR are playing this so incredibly well.
And they have so many stocks to their name right now. 3-1. Goosey is in the red. Aggz0 might die soon.
Good spot dodge.
Beautiful spot dodge. Just staring that in the face. Oh, the weapon toss saved him.
But the damage is
the weapon toss saved him again.
The weapon toss is from VipR. Just stop throwing your weapon, and you would have likely killed your opponent at this point. Aggz0 weapon toss into the pickup fast fall recovery for the spike. That's going to be game 2 going the way of VipR and Aggz0, and Goosey and Mini are 1 game away from getting knocked out of the tournament.
Aggz0 and VipR look like they're just on another level right now. Mini has dropped out of the lobby for the moment, trying to find that reset. It looks like he just got back in, but look at this. There's the downlight side air with the weapon toss, taking out Mini right there.
This is the nair.
Yeah. That was a beautiful nair.
I love... VipR goes over to the right side. You see Aggz0 going over to that corner just in case, wants to cover. He wants to be in position to make sure that the stock gets taken. Just really good team synergy between the two of them. Just say, I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to trust you to deal with the other person.
Now, it's really convenient for Mini and Goosey that they have that graveyard Halloween pedestal because...
They're 1 foot in the grave right now.
Yeah, like if the next game goes like the previous 2, they just need to probably stay there because they're going to be done with the tournament for the day. It'll be Aggz0 and VipR going up, trying to find the winning recipe to fight against Cake and Addy Mystic.
I'm almost surprised that Mini hasn't swapped. I don't think Ulgrim is the answer here, but I want to say Ragnar would have been a decent choice. Going with the defense stance Ragnar, give him that survivability, because that's one of the big pitfalls of Mini right now, is he's been falling a lot faster than Goosey has.
I don't know if Ulgrim is the answer, but so far, Bryn is not the answer.
Yeah. But, I mean, some people have their character loyalties, and so he seems to be sticking with that loyalty on the Bryn. Neither of them on your favorite Bryn skin,
Shield
unfortunately.
Maiden. That's the best one. Who did that earlier? Who was on Shield Maiden earlier?
I don't know. There's been a lot of Bryns today.
Yeah, there's been a lot. I don't remember who it was.
3, 2, 1, brawl.
It's gonna eat at you.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, game 3, VipR and Aggz0 1 game away from going into the grand finals to fight Addy Mystic and Cake. And Aggz0 with the sword play is poking down both red team members. Over on the left side, we see VipR getting a nice little neutral light onto one of the red team members. Again, the follow-up neutral lights, and Mini dares Goosey. VipR and Aggz0 are chasing down Goosey, and Mini is helping him out. He hits the Sarah onto his teammate, and Goosey's the first one to go down.
Mini's trying to find what he can. You saw him aggress onto both blue team members. He tried to pick up the signature to send one of them off early. The damage is coming out onto Aggz0 right now. There's the nair.
Ooh, can't get the recovery.
Doesn't quite have the range for that recovery. Aggz0 was up and out of there. That would have killed him, though, for sure. The down air from Aggz0 is actually going to pick up a kill on Mini. That means both members of the red team have lost their stock before either member of the blue team.
Production says Daz was the Bryn in question.
Is it Huntress? I thought it was Shield Maiden, but I easily could be wrong.
Definitely
Man,
Production.
That's why I like Daz, because he's nice.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. Meanwhile, VipR, only one still sitting on his first stock, and he is very much undamaged. Trying to chase down Mini. Lots of axes on the field. VipR throws out the neutral signature. Aggz0 on the right side takes 2 dares. VipR's there to help him out. The recovery is going to be the saving grace there. He didn't want to hit his teammate, so he's like, you hit me, get your chase dodge. Aggz0 comes up, and that is a no-good deed goes in punish situation because VipR got punished for it.
I feel like that wasn't necessarily the goodest deed.
I mean, it saved Aggz0. Aggz0 gets to keep his second stock. Otherwise, you could have seen Aggz0 going down into the final stocks.
That's true. It was a tactical feed right there.
Yeah. It was strategic. He's keeping the stocks even for the story, but Goosey, the one who is down to his final stock this time for the red team. The neutral stick comes out, and Mini's going to be meeting him there. And this is Aggz0 and VipR's game to lose. Big commit.
VipR, no!
VipR's going to go down, but he's still got an extra stock.
Oh, I saw him go for that offstage ground pound, bro. You never go for that.
Yeah, Axe ground pound has a lot of active frames. You end up falling very far when you do that. So it is a very risky play, but sometimes it works out. It led to a kill, so it wasn't the worst thing in the world.
Mini over on the right side wall, dodges through the weapon toss. Nice stomp into the side light. Another stomp side light.
That is just the Aggz0 edge guard right there. It's just that stomp side light. He did the exact same thing on Twilight Grove.
He went for a second one this time instead of just going straight into the side signature. He did the side signature after the second one, but Mini and Goosey are just done. They're cooked. Take them out of the oven. It's time to eat.
Put a fork in them.
Aggz0 and VipR are very hungry.